Hi and welcome to this video where I'm going to be sharing the top 2 ways that galleries find artists to represent and add to their roster. If you're an artist and you are looking for a gallery to represent you, to stock your work, then it's quite likely that you might have reached out to them or you felt intimidated about simply approaching them very cold. So the number one way that galleries find artists is through their network and through a referral system. So this is a very loose sort of system, and quite typically they will go to the artists that they are working with already to find suggestions for artists for a show that they are putting on down the line. So let's say they are putting on a show, they're planning something, they've got a loose idea for an exhibition, then they're going to look at the gallery artists that they already have on their roster, and then they're going to ask those people who they might also want to suggest, who they think is a good fit for this idea of an exhibition they've got coming up. In a poll amongst art dealers, referrals through the artists they already work with was cited as the number one way that they find new artists. So with this information, what can you as an artist who perhaps does not have representation do? Well, obviously it is about expanding your network. So this is really making use of those exhibition openings. It is making sure that you are seen and you are going to these events. It is taking part in artist run projects. It could be curating your own and pulling together artists that you know or you have a network of and having an exhibition yourself. It could be participating in project spaces and these sorts of artist-led initiatives. It could be being more social in your time, like I said, going out to exhibition openings, supporting other artists that you know, whether you know them well, maybe there's somebody that also has a studio space in your building, or it could simply be, ones that you come across on social media and you go along to those events and support them. Expanding your network really should be a priority for everyone, even if you are not a social person. This is something that you're going to have to get out of your own way on. So, how can you do this? Can you go to events? Can you go to talks? Can you take part in other activities, events, exhibitions, perhaps applying to different open calls, or looking for some kind of network or artist community in your area? So all of these things help you expand your network, and you get to meet different people in different stages of their careers as well. Of course, your network is also made up of other people you might know. It could be your audience. It could be, getting to know writers and critics and people who write for the local press or blogs and forums and things like that. So all of these people collectively make up your network, including people that you might have studied with or trained under. It could also be, tutors, for example, at the college where you studied, even if it was a part-time program that you did there. And of course, also through social groups on networks such as Facebook as well. So really expanding your network and getting to know more people and putting yourself out there, not only with a view to exhibit, but just simply getting to know people and taking part more in those discussions and events and activities around art can also put you in a good position. The next most common place that galleries find artists is through artists' own exhibitions. So really showing up for yourself, both online, offline, is really important there as well. So this is how people are getting more and more known. They're taking part in artists' own exhibitions. They're putting on their own exhibitions, whether they're solo shows or they're group shows with their network. And these sorts of places are really easy for you to invite galleries to come and see the work and get to know them and start those conversations. So if you're an artist who doesn't have much of a network, then maybe as we enter 2023, this could be your new direction, right? Expanding your audience, expanding your network, getting to know more artists, getting to know more people in the industry. So what kind of networking could you do to expand your network? Essentially, could this be going to an exhibition opening at least once a month, or every a few nights every week, whatever is appropriate for however you respond to these things? You really get to decide, but this is a really important part of an artist's growth and their development, and certainly one of the steps to be thinking about on your way to finding gallery representation. I hope you found this video helpful. Be sure to subscribe.